Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you the BSL Season 14 Finals. This is game number 1 of the best of 7. A big cheers to the whole BSL team, especially Zero, for putting on another fantastic season of the BSL. And, of course, allowing me to cast. So, big cheers there. You can check them out over at BombasticStarLeague.com. And this Finals is going to look a lot like the Season 13 Finals. We have down here at 6 o'clock Dewalt, and up in the top left we have Mihu, a rematch of the previous season's finals. I tell you, this is the beautiful thing about Brood War. The best players really do rise to the top. No question about that. We had the same type of thing actually happen in ASL, where multiple seasons we'd have 3 of the top 4 be the exact same players. So it's just an awesome thing to see these best players just continually show up and show their best games. I'm very excited for the finals. I said last time that I felt like Dewalt could have taken and they didn't play so well. At this point, I think it's probably close to even. Yeah, I think we'll see Dewalt play a bit better than he did the last time. So I'm hoping that it is a bit more competitive than the Season 13 finals, and I think it will be. I can't imagine Dewalt making a bunch of mistakes two seasons in a row. Now, Dewalt has already scouted Mihu here. One thing to note is this is Turbine. This is a 3-player map where you have another base in your main base. So there's actually another base here, as you see. Dewalt going over for a fast expansion right here. So, yeah, he will be going ahead and taking that Nexus first. This will probably just be a gaseous expand from Mihu. Very, very standard stuff. You might be looking at these creep colonies wondering, what in the world is this? This is actually just so creep jumps from the main hatchery, if you're Zerg, down to here, which allows you to build Sunkens when you need them. Otherwise, the map would be completely unfair, because Zerg would need to, build like an extra creep colony early on to push the creep down, and that's not playable. So, yeah, just a little thing there. You can just kill them off as a Terran or a Protoss to open that up a little bit more. Anyways, Mihu gets down here, checks out what's going on with Dewalt, and of course sees that it is Nexus first as expected. Mihu going for very similar build here with that gaseous expansion. Dewalt actually loses his probe very, very quickly, so a little bit of a mistake there. Never did steal the gas either, which I think is fine. You don't need to steal the gas against this. He has the high ground ramp, so it's not like you can pressure with Dragoons anyways. Now Mihu gonna finish that wall in after getting his gas going, and of course with the SCV running around, he'll want to keep this alive to be able to scout exactly what Dewalt is going to be up to after the cybernetic score. I mean, odds are it'll just be a robotics, but we'll see. I mean, I'm open to something else, but I mean, robotics is like the non-committal strong play for Protoss. If you go Citadel, suddenly Terran can get an edge, or if Stargate, Terran can get an edge, right? If they see it. Now, if they don't see it, that's a whole nother thing, but you can keep the SCV alive most likely until after the cybernetic score is done. If the probe micro is quite good, they definitely can chase down the SCV. But as a Terran player, looking to keep the SCV kind of out of reach of the probes. Now, Zaw is out. Dragoon should get started immediately, and there it is. Up in Mihu's base, he has his first factory coming. Should be making his second momentarily here as well. So, looks like he'll pop out a single Marine too. This will just keep back the Zealot if the Zealot comes up and across. So here Mihu goes with the second factory now. It's SCV trying to take up as much room as is humanly possible. So the factory goes up pretty far to the south. And there's the Robo right in front of the SCV's eyes. The SCV just going to leave at this point. No reason to stay and just die to the Dragoon. And there you go. It's exactly the standard opening that you would suspect on a map like this. Both sides getting very strong economic starts. And now we get to see how that's going to deviate. For Dewalt, it looks like... Is he just going to take a third? Is that what we're going to see here? Maybe third base right away? Mihu just kind of has this SCV sitting off to the side. I don't think it's going to do anything nefarious. I think it's just going to scout for a third base, because that's probably the most likely thing that you'd see. Now, 3 Marines are here to kind of push back the Dragoon and Zealot. They're just making it so that you know, you have something to fight against this. All right, so has to bring up an SCV as well. It's okay to lose the Marines. It's not the biggest deal in the whole world. In fact, the Dragoon, super, super low, just barely does not end up killing it. And of course, honestly, I would... I think you want to run with this before the Siege Tank pops out. Of course, he'll know exactly when that's going to pop out as well. Taking a look, we have a Reaver Tech coming up. A pylon started over at that third base location. Looks like the Dragoon did make it out before the Siege Tank popped. eBay coming up now for Mihu, just kind of consistently keeping up his SCV production. Making those tanks, and we'll see if he does any sort of little move out, any little push. Dewalt being extremely greedy here, but really you can, right? Like, going into the Reaver, it's pretty hard to die to anything. If your Reaver is out of position, though, things could happen, that's for sure. Now, with the engineering bay done, yeah, good timing on these missile turrets. Those are pretty far apart. You might want to put one there as well. Actually, I feel like if you put one here and one here, that's going to be a lot better because you can kind of cover everything. As is, there is kind of a little area for a Reaver to be dropped in there. More missile turrets coming up all over the place. Armory as well as Academy as well. Mihu not wasting any time getting into his higher level tech. Third base almost ready here. First shuttle is out. And we actually have a second shuttle started before a second Reaver. Not what I was expecting, but let's see what he wants to do with that. Looks like these creep colonies starting to get erased as well. And actually, I did not check. Yeah, and see, this is actually exactly what I was talking about with that positioning, right? Kind of annoying. Now he has lost a turret. Oh, that was actually a huge Scarab right there. He will end up saving everything, but he's going to drop a tank in here to target down the hurt... a Dragoon in here, rather, to target down some of these hurt tanks, I think. I think it's worth it, because one Scarab is going to blow up a tank, so even if you lose a Dragoon, probably good. But if Mihu's, like, clicks really quickly, maybe he can hit the Reaver. Looks like Dewalt thinks better of it, backs up for now. Does have his third Nexus coming down, has a second gate up. Forge even coming up now as well. All right, 2 shuttles, 2 Dragoons, 2 Zealots, and a Reaver inside, but all the tanks are repaired. Hold on, he flies right through. Oh my god, kind of a crazy move here. Flies into some other turrets. Let's see if he... I mean, I guess the Reaver gets out over here. This does not look very good, though. This was kind of an insane move. Okay, I have to take a guess here. Did Mihu put his turrets... Because, honestly, you look at these turrets, this is not a good position. I said exactly what would happen. It happened. Dewalt's first drop did something, but then Dewalt dived in. I just wonder if there's any chance that Mihu puts that there so that Protoss players will be like, oh, I'm going to fly in there now. And then they fly into the other turrets or something or overcommit. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit far out there, honestly. But now that he's killed 2 shuttles and taken, like, no damage, I'm fairly certain Mihu can go across the map and kill Dewalt. He's gone up to 5 facts, and Dewalt just does not have that much. Like, look, he's got 6 goons against how many tanks? How many tanks is this? 9 tanks right now, plus 5 factory vultures going to be rallying. So, looking extremely good for our Terran player. Reaver coming out with the shuttle, but even that, even Snow with this Reaver wouldn't be able to stop this push, I don't think. All right, coming forward. Sieging up. A little bit of leapfrogging going on. Not dropping out that shuttle yet. Definitely wants to get Scarabs in when he can. Third Nexus is up, so the macro can start to really roll here for Dewalt, but not that much production. Well, I guess he does have a lot of production now. But is it a little bit too late here? Okay, here we go. Dewalt running in right now, dropping on top of these tanks. Let's see what type of Scarab he can get. Ooh, that's a pretty good Scarab, but the army is not that large here for Dewalt. Ooh, another good Scarab goes down, but the Dragoon's getting absolutely slaughtered right now. The missile turret in location going to make this so much harder for Dewalt to bust. All right, gonna move up, siege up this third base location as well. Drops out the Reaver here. All right, pops that Dragoon. And there goes the Reaver as well. This is almost game over, I think. Like, Dewalt may be able to stay in the game. He may be able to stop this push somehow. I'm not exactly clear how. Like, there's already a couple missile turrets here. He's had to evacuate his third base completely. It's looking pretty rough. The missile turrets especially making this very, very scary indeed. A little bit of a counterattack coming up. 8 goons. Well, these 2 tanks get caught, so this is a good moment for him. Mihu, though, going to continue to push. Meantime, Mihu going up the ramp. Dewalt going up the ramp as well as tanks pop out. This looks like it should be cleaned up on Mihu's side pretty easily. The Vultures get in, though, and might be able to wreak havoc on these probes. Yeah, not a whole lot left here for Dewalt. He is taking massive damage at the moment. Shuttle comes down with the Reaver here. Oh, the 2 tanks out of range. Could end up killing it. Oh, good Reaver micro from Dewalt, no doubt. Turret going up in his main base, though. A couple Dragoons do remain, but of course those will get cleaned up very, very quickly. And yeah, Dewalt not looking very good right now. Loses that shuttle. And GG is called. Mihu takes game 1.